Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Amira binti Amara. My number matric is A21A2787. My partner is Nur Shahira Izzati binti Muhammad Shahirul Akmal and Nur Ayuni binti Muhammad Zainuddin. We will present about classical management theory. Introduction. Classical management theory is the oldest management theory that was developed in the first half of the 20th century. There are three primary theories that comprise the classical management theory: scientific management theory, administrative management theory, and bureaucracy theory. The sub-theory of the classical management concentrates on operation and formation of standards to intensify productivity. The general view of classical management theory. The classical management theory is a style of management that emphasizes hierarchy, specialized role, and single leadership for optimized efficiency in the workplace. The classical management theory is based on the following principles. Scientific management should be used to determine the most efficient way to do a job. Employees are selected to perform tasks based on their skill and specializations. Productivity is a primary goal, and increased profit is a given priority. This came about as a reaction to the Industrial Revolution, which is the late 1700 to late 1800. Industry same with work. Revolution same with the rapid change, the big change of the way people work, the rapid explosion of the bigger factory, and that what happening at the time. People were moving from farm to factories, from small shops to largest companies. The three schools of thought: scientific management. Frederick Taylor is known as the biggest of scientific management. Taylor's approach was to increase organizational productiveness by increasing the efficiency of the production process through emphasizing on the empirical research. Especially the skilled labor was short in supply at the start of the 20th century, and the only way to increasing productivity was by raising the efficiency of the workers. Scientific management states that the line of work should be designed in such a way that every worker has a well-controlled and well-stipulated task, and specific methods and procedures are strictly followed for each job. Bureaucratic management. Max Weber is known as the father of modern sociology. He had first used the term bureaucracy to describe an organizational form which in his view was superior to others. The key elements of the bureaucracy are defined by Max Weber as a clear chain of command within a well-defined hierarchy where the top post holders have the authority and the right to control the lower post-holders. In writing, accurate and complete rules and regulations to control and govern all decision, activity, and situations, and all the decisions regarding selection, recruitment, and promotion will be made on the basis of the technical competence. Administrative management. Henri Fayet, a French industrialist, was one of the most influential management thinkers who developed one of the classical management theories, as known as administrative management. Scientific management theory was concerned with increasing the productiveness of the shop floor, while Fayet theory grew out of the need to find guidelines to manage complete organizations like factories. An early effort pioneered by Fayet was to identify the skills and principles that underlie effective management. He developed 14 general principles of management based on his management experience. This is biography Henri Fayet. Henri Fayet was born in Istanbul, Ottoman Empire. His scientific management theory formed the base for business administration and business management. In this academic work, this is also known as Fayetism. Henri Fayet provided one of the most influential modern management concepts of his time.
The second question is about major contribution and drawbacks of classical management theory. There are 14 principles of Henry Fayol, and these are his principles: division of work, authority, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordinate of individual interest to the general interest, remuneration, centralization, skeleton, order, equity, stability of tenure of personnel, initiative, and esprit de corps. Major contribution of classical theory of Henry Fayol. First, improve workers' experience and knowledge faster because they only focus on one or a few tasks. Working at home due to government orders allow them to focus on work only. This also indirectly adds to the knowledge of learning to work online. Second, top managers can give instruction and employees can listen to instruction. The COVID-19 situation now demands that employers ensure their employees can get vaccinated. Unvaccinated workers can be laid off. This demonstrates the concept of authority between employer and employee. Third, achieve organization goals. Discipline in the workplace is concerned with the action of the employer against employees who fail to comply with the rules set by the employer for the purpose of achieving organization goals and preserving the interests of the employees as a whole. Fourth, employers have the right to discipline employees. Discipline in the workplace can increase the productivity and profitability of the company. The lack of discipline of the employees can be detrimental to an organization. Fifth, fair pay is given to employees. The new minimum wage order was raised to 1,200 ringgit Malaysia a month in major cities based on living standards, hour, and days, as well as for employees paid by salary for work, travel, commission, tolls, and duties. 6. Increase productivity. A work environment built on strong beliefs stimulates increased productivity and innovation. Not only that, it also encourages support encouragement among team members who already consider co-workers as family members. 7. Make a profit because of the loyal employees. As a leader in a business organization must provide a conducive environment and reward employees to raise morale and increase engagement in work. Drawback of classical theory of Henry Fayol. First, inviting bullying in the workplace. This understanding also invites bullying among employees, such as having to come home late at night to complete work, as well as being accused of falsifying sick leave certificate. Second, there is an imbalance of work and family. There are employees who are willing to work overtime, and there are also those who are contacted by employers after working hours due to economic pressure. Third, salaries paid on according to work experience, not academic qualification. Salaries are paid according to educational qualification and experience, but some are based on experience alone. As a result, many graduates are employed now. Fourth, there is a gap between employers and employees. The difference usually lies in the salary, and the salary gap is quite wide between upper and lower employees, which is 14.7%, the highest compared to the two countries, namely Singapore and Indonesia. Fifth, employees and employers become at odds. This is because the employee considers himself a boss to the point of ignoring the welfare of employees, as stated by the Jabatan Tenaga Buruh that many employees are slow to pay employees' salaries. In conclusion, according to this study, it is found that this theory has many advantages compared to disadvantages.
The third question is about classical management theory according to Henry Fayol in the context of today's work. The first is, there is a conflict in management. Second, there are creative and innovative employees. The third is, facilitate coordination and division of tasks. The fourth is, cooperation in the organization. And the last, the justice of subordinate worker and superior worker will be maintained. There is conflict in management. Conflict or disagreement that occur between employees need to be addressed quickly and they should not be allowed to linger. This is because if it's not controlled, internal conflicts will disrupt the well-being of the organization's work environment as well as can hinder organizational productivity. It can also disrupt the process of cooperation between employees and will result in disharmony in the workplace. According to Henry Fayol's theory, he introduced the principle of subordination of individual interest to the general interest. So this theory can facilitate relevant parties in managing organizations. Second is, there are creative and innovative employees. Henry Fayol mentioned the theory of initiative in 14 of his theories. The initiative attitude of employees will give birth to creative and innovative employees. According to this theory, employees can articulate their ideas as well as carry out efforts to advance the organization. This means that every employee of the organization must always race to acquire knowledge as the core in the success of innovation and creativity, as an organization will be more efficient, great, and efficient if all its employees have skill as add value, in turn being the catalyst to organizational change. Facilitate coordination and division of tasks. Coordination and division of tasks. This principle teach managers to organize, manage, and integrate the tasks performed by different groups to achieve organizational goals. The division of tasks can also encourage more attention to specific tasks, leading to increased productivity and work efficiency. Generally, each staff member only needs one task to perform. On top of that, worker will be more efficient, the quality of output production will be more better. This is because workers have skill and they only focus on one job only. The justice of subordinate workers and superior workers will be maintained. Justice in the organization. This principle applies the value of justice. So it is true that the theory is still relevant to be applied today. This justice means that there is no oppression of any kind, no self-interest, no oppression, and no partiality in giving treatment and right to others. Fairness is an principle, a pillar that will ensure the effectiveness and success of every change implemented by manager in the organization. And the last is cooperation in the organization. Teamwork is training in which group of people perform their respective roles to contribute to the achievement of a goal. A team is led by a team leader, and team success depends on having a strong leader to steer the team towards the goal. In an organization, a team can operate continuously or can be formed for a specific task such as a project. Teams are internal component in an organization. Team spirit in working will speed up every job done. Thank you.